Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Spiritual Mind Center Sunday service. And this is February 16th, 2025. And so good to see so many on. So we will start as usual with our start in prayer. So let's just go within, whatever that means to you. And just take a deep breath. And as you let it go, know that infinite wisdom guides and directs all that takes place during this time. That we are here by divine design, and all is well in our world. It's doing exactly what we imagine that it does. And I'm so grateful to be here right now at this time, just enjoying the energy that is all around us, in us, through us. And I know that as we come together in this way, we each come with our own agenda. And as we come with open minds, open heart, and open energy field, we are ready and able to take in all of the good that is here for us. And we decide what that is. And so, in the nature of the Christ, I claim that all that takes place is divinely guided from on high. And in this Christ nature, I accept and give thanks that this is so, and so it is. Welcome, everybody. This is great. My topic this morning is imagine that. And this is one of those times that I would like to have had music, because when we were having our services at the center, we used to play John Lennon's song, Imagine. And, everything starts with imagination. And isn't it strange that as children, we were told to stop that daydreaming? It's a waste of time. And yet, it is our imagination that creates our world. It is through our thinking and our dreaming, our desires. All of this is just the beginning. Because then we get to experience our dreams, our imaginings, our words. And then we wonder where that came from. Life is such a beautiful experience. And it's amazing to me that we seem to focus on what's wrong rather than on what's right, what's good, what's joyful, happy, peaceful. Is it because that doesn't sound exciting? It sounds exciting to me. But in understanding that we are living our whole lives in our mind, our life is what we think it is. And the more we can take time to imagine health and wholeness and peace of mind, putting our attention on feeling good, experiencing happiness, it is possible to live this way, to have such a faith in our divine source that we can trust that we are always safe. Everything is working together for our good. It's very fortunate that it is that way, because Lord only knows what we would do with our minds. But the law is always working toward the highest good. And sometimes we have to go through some real difficult times before we realize that these are lessons. They are here to teach us how to use our mind in the way that it was designed to be used. It's always working for our good. And sometimes that good doesn't appear to be so pretty. Sometimes it comes as a seemingly difficult lesson. However, if we expect good to come from it, that is what we will get. You know, I don't know how many times I heard someone say the world is going to hell in a handbasket. And, you know, that's a pretty doom-filled pronouncement. Our world is safe. Our world is beautiful. I mean, when the astronauts were up in space and looked back down on Earth, they said it looked like a blue jewel. And among all of the other scenes that they experienced, they were able to appreciate the blue gem. And if we could think of it in that way and bless it, put our attention on what is good in the world. When we think about and believe in the evil or the wrongdoing, we are literally adding energy to that. Is that where you want your energy to go? Because it works both ways. The law tends toward the good. However, it must also bring about the negative that you participate in. It has no choice. But this law is here to protect us, to teach us how to live. We can be in the midst of storms, wars, poverty, ill health, and still be at peace, knowing that there is this presence within us that guides us and watches over us, draws to us what we believe. So let's think about how we can imagine a life well lived. I guarantee it's not boring. And it is simple, but not necessarily easy, because we have been trained, brainwashed literally, to believe that there's something in this world that is against us, that is just waiting for us to make a mistake or to do something wrong. And its answer to wrongdoing appears to be punishment. And how many times have you actually seen punishment work? Because generally, when we are being punished or feeling punished, we're not really loving ourselves very much. And our attitude becomes one of self-protection and anger, and sometimes fear. Now, these are all natural feelings, and they are a part of us so that we can understand what we desire and what we don't desire. We can make up our minds to live in a world of peace and joy and love, laughter. And it's all here, right here in this same world where there appears to be wars and dissatisfaction and et cetera, et cetera. But if we want our world to be at peace, we need to put our energy into what we desire. And instead of thinking of it as impossible, or that we have to straighten out all of these other people to get them in line, that's not our job. Our job is ourselves. And I know you've probably heard me say many times that your life is about you. And you have drawn everything that's in your life to you through your thoughts and desires. When we know this, we become more careful about where we place our trust. And very seldom is the world right. And by the world, I mean the usual thinking, the outer experience. Everything starts from within. We've been told we have a heart mind that is more powerful than the brain. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I do believe and know that this heart brain is amazing because it is aligned more with spirit, with that power that is within us. Now, I want to read from the Spiritual Mind Living Science of Mind magazine. And this is for February 11th. The title is Imagine That. And then it starts out with a line from John Lennon's song, imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. We are all dreamers. That is a natural and normal part of our being. And you do have control over what you dream. And it makes a difference when you claim it. Don't just hope for it, claim it. Peace is right here, right now, within each one of us. Then from Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, creation is the play of life upon itself through divine self-imagination. There isn't anything that does not come from the realm of imagination. Now, that's a pretty broad statement. There's not anything that does not come from the realm of imagination. Everything starts with imagination. The beautiful thing about this is that what we imagine will, in fact, be. With a little faith, backed by action, we can bring about what we imagine. Yes, it helps to act on that imagination. And know that what you are imaging in your mind is good, not only for you, but for everyone around you. Claim it. How many times have you heard the Bible passage in Mark 11:24? Pray, believing that you have, so that you may receive. Or the Buddhist saying, what we think about, we become. This is so because we are surrounded by an infinite intelligence, a thinking substance that responds to our thoughts and our feelings. This energy is so responsive that it is immediate. It may take us a while to understand it. However, When we pay attention to how we're feeling, because that feeling is an energy boost. It's what motivates the imagination to work. It energizes it and brings it into our experience. Imagine being, doing, and having whatever you desire. Imagine your world filled with peace. Imagine all of your needs being met. Now, imagine that everyone else who comes into your conscious awareness is doing the same thing. Because of our interconnectedness, it is absolutely possible that the world can share in your imagination. Your imagination is powerful. It is the creative faculty of your life. Use it to bring about a life filled with peace, love, and grace. We so automatically seem to pick up on the negative. And I think that's partly because the negative energy is so heavy. The positive energy is lighter. And that's, we kind of get addicted to the heavy energy. Think about when you get angry and you just I don't know, you just you get involved in the feeling of being angry. And let's be honest with ourselves. For at least a little while, that feels good. It feels active. And the fact that we are using that energy in a backward way, we are also getting backward results. Gratitude is another amazing energy. And when we begin a gratitude journal, just making a list of all the things you're grateful for. And be sure to read that from time to time. Recognize that the nature of our source, our God, whatever we call it, the nature of our source is good. It is joy. And believe it or not, it doesn't judge us. Just because we make a mistake or we do something in a backward way until we learn better, just because we do that doesn't mean that God is going to punish us. That's not God's job. God loves us no matter what we do or say or think. That love is always right here, always. if we lose track of it and kind of get sidetracked for a while, this spirit within us doesn't forget us. It doesn't stop loving us. But it does give us the opportunity to learn, to recognize that when I am using anger to accomplish something, that hurts me much more than it can hurt anyone else. Because it becomes a way of being. And the more we rely on this lower energy, the more it pulls us down. And then as we are making friends, being with other people, if our energy is low, we are bringing others down as well. So the idea is to live from this infinite love that's within us. It's not out of reach. It's right here, always. And when we are tempted to act in a negative way, if we are wise, we will pay attention to how that makes us feel and how it makes others feel. We are not responsible for other people. However, we are responsible for our own thinking. And we are the only one we are responsible for. We have no power over another person unless they allow it. We only have power over ourselves. And no matter what's going on in our world, we can be at peace. We can know that we're all on this path of self-enlightenment. And we're all doing it in our own unique way. There are many paths to the top of the mountain, but they all make it to the top. They all lead us to the top. So as we're contemplating the life that we are and the power that we have, not over someone else, but over our own experiences, our own life. And it's not that we don't care about others. Of course we do. We care enough to share the divine energy of love to everyone, no matter who they are or what they're doing. And we can do that because we are so loved. We have gotten in touch with this presence within and it uplifts us, it empowers us, and it draws to us only good. So I thank you for listening, and we will have our closing prayer and then have our sharing time. So let's just go within and give thanks. We are so richly blessed to be able to meet in this way and to be able to not only listen, but to experience the feelings, experience the light, the joy, the peace, knowing that this is the divine's gift to each and every one of us. And in the nature of the Christ, I know that we are right now whole, perfect, and complete in every way. All of our needs and desires are met with ease. Everything just comes together for good, always. We are divinely guided, guarded, complete, and perfect, just as we are. And still, we wish to grow. And so, I give thanks, knowing that it is already done, and so it is.